Hey guys, well, welcome back. I'm Ken's.
And I'm that nerd, Allison.
And welcome to our Spicy Book Nook. So, first off, thanks for hanging out with us and sticking with us through our little hiatus.
Yeah.
We're back. We're going to be here more often. Thanks for, hanging out and dealing while we went through life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we are here. And today we're going to be talking about our December TBRs. I am super excited for December. I wanted to have more Christmas books on this list, but, I have one. I
have no Christmas books. I'm all about the spice this year. All about the naughty, not nice.
Yeah, you're about
Christmas season.
You're about Santa under the Christmas tree, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
So Allison and I don't think we have any books that are the same for December.
We were a little
ambitious
in
the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we were like, we're going to read the same books. We don't like the same things.
It's something that, we've come to realize is it's okay to be your own person when you're reading.
Yeah, there's some series that we'll read together, or like one before the other. But I think for December, we don't have a single book that is the same on the list. Granted, I think we both have the books that each other is reading, and I've read some of the ones that you're going to start.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, none of them are the same,
which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys don't know this yet, I really like contemporary romance.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, I like most romance. Like, I'm not going to shy away from a good romance book. Those HEAs are my favorite. And if you don't know what that is, it's happily ever after. And I don't care if it's stupid and sappy. I love me an HEA.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite types of romances are why choose romances, which you'll see, I think, a couple series on my TBR are why chooses.
You're going to review are why choose.
And then Allison is
a lot of fantasy. I like plot and I like dark romantasy. Like gothic romance, fantasy, and I like a lot of plot, a lot of spice. I'm not a huge contemporary romance girly. Although one of these are kind of contemporary romance.
I think
they'll leave me. Of course they are.
All of mine are contemporary romance.
One of them is why choose though.
3 of them are why choose. You'll see.
Oh gosh.
3 of them. 3 different series of mine are why choose.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're gonna get into it. So my first one that is going to be for my December TBR is number 6 in the Bonds That Tie series. I'm so
You're doing this?
close.
Are you gonna put it
to
up
finishing?
In the...
Yes, I am so close to finishing this series. It's I read it actually really quickly. I listened actually to the first couple books, and I don't know who the narrator is. I use Libby. I don't know who that narrator is, but she is absolutely phenomenal, and she drug me into this series. I listened to the first 3 books, or 2 books
within like 3 days.
I think it was less than that.
You were asking for the rest of them.
Yeah, I went over to Allison's house. I was like, I'm stealing your books because I don't own them. I want to own them, but
that's a whole other thing with the special editions.
I am like, it's a really good series. It was very high for me, and it went through. So we'll see how it ends and see if it ends on a high note. But I'm so excited to finish the last book. So that is number 1
on your list
for my TBR.
Number
December.
1 on my list is books 2, 3, and 4 for Darkmoor. I finished book 1 last night. So 2, 3, and 4 are going to be for December. It's a series in the Zodiac Academy universe that follows Rosalie and her little experience.
So first off, I'm going to back up just slightly. Feel like I should talk about Bonds That Tie a little bit. So Bonds That Tie is a reverse harem why choose. It is a very fantasy heavy that's got quite a bit of plot to it, which is crazy for me. So not all of them are contemporary. I forgot about this one. But essentially there's like a bond inside of you that calls out to other people, and it's also your power. So the way your power manifests can be a bunch of different ways. So there are people that are, they're charges. They're literally living bombs. They can also, most of them end up killing themselves because they explode for the first time and they kill themselves in the aftermath. And then you have like lightning people that produce lightning. You have flames that produce flames. Obviously the main group is a lot stronger and they have different powers, but I don't want to spoil all that for you. But it's her getting out of a situation with the resistance, which are essentially, they're the bad guys. So they're stealing gifted people and messing with their minds to make them fight for their side because they think that all of the humans should be wiped out. So it's how they are going through trying to defeat the bad guys. And it kind of goes through her process and all of that stuff. It is a multi-POV series. So you're going to get POVs from all of them, mostly Oleander. I love her name. They call her Ollie. But you'll get most of it from her POV, and then you'll have a little bit of the boys sprinkled in throughout. There is 5 other boys.
Dang.
Yeah. You have North, Knox, Griffin, Atlas, and Gabe.
Nice.
Gabe would be your favorite.
Yeah, I'm going to read those probably January.
He's a shifter cinnamon roll.
I love the cinnamon rolls. Just the golden retriever.
He's the sweetest one.
Cinnamon
but yeah, so that's the first.
But a cinnamon roll that could kill you is my vibes.
Just wait. But that's my first one, and that's my first Y choose. So there's 4 Y chooses on this list.
So then I'm starting off with Darkmoor. So the background behind Darkmoor is it's in the Zodiac Academy universe. It follows Rosalie Oscura. She is going to Darkmoor prison to break out her childhood crush. She also is getting paid to break out another inmate. So she's going in there in the hopes that she can then break out of this high security prison with 2 other inmates. And it's never been done before. Like once you go there, you die there.
You don't come out.
You're not coming out. And it's a why choose between her and 4 other guys. Multiple POVs. Very heavily fantasy, dark romance. And it is pretty much just like a huge heist of her trying to get out of this prison, and then all of the guys following her around because she's a badass bitch and is just doing whatever she wants.
If you're looking for badass female main characters,
yeah, very badass.
Both of these series.
And then a bunch of guys that are like touch her and die, but also I hate her, but touch her and die because she's mine. God.
It's literally the same as Bonds.
Good. So good. They're like, we don't want her, but nobody else can have her.
Yep.
So good. So that's my first one.
My second one is actually the second in a series of something that I've already read. And that is Leather and Lark, the second book in the Ruinous Love trilogy. Essentially, it's literally just serial killers falling in love. I think this one is she's a serial killer and he is a killer for hire. So he assassinates people. But Lark is from Butcher and Blackbird. She is Blackbird's best friend. And Leather is Butcher's brother. So I'm actually really excited for this one. I've heard such good things about it. Allison's read it already. And she has given great reviews. So I'm really excited. And it's contemporary romance about killers.
Great. Perfect. I think you're really going to like it. The second one that I am picking is a duology. Anyway, I'm reading The Fabric of Our Souls by K.M. Mornova. It's kind of like a fantasy romance. Well, gothic romance type.
It is a gothic romance, but the way that they describe it is like almost contemporary with slight bits of fantasy inside it. But it's like dark in the actual like dark sense, not in like I'm gonna stab you and kill you. It's like it's dark and like they're in a mental hospital.
It says the beloved characters from Fabric of Our Souls in the afterlife.
Yeah,
But so book 1, it says, I'm 26 years old and I want to die. So when I wake up in the hospital with my brother weeping over me, I know my life is about to change. What I didn't expect was to get a nurse with cruel eyes and a morbid sense of humor that surpasses my own. I'm even more surprised when I arrive at Harlow Sanctum and realize that my brother has selected an unorthodox rehabilitation center that rooms people based on their treatment plan. And my roommate is none other than the man with cruel eyes I met a day prior. I crave death and he craves life. Can two people like us cure each other? So this is about them falling in love. And then The Phantoms of a Hope is the second book. And it's a spin-off series of Fabric of Our Souls. Death is not the end of this.
Spin-off.
So it's the same characters. It says death is not the end of us.
Spin-off series.
It's them in the afterlife.
But dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not in
dark themes.
Yeah. Should I get into my second why choose?
Yes.
Okay, so I've already read part of this duology. So I'm going into part 2, and this is part 2 of the Losers duet. I think, honestly, that Losers part 1 was my favorite why choose so far.
Really?
Yes.
Even over
Ruthless Boys. So kind of the premise of Losers is it starts out in high school. And it's a very popular girl who is dealing with, she's head cheerleader. Her boyfriend is football captain. He's a douche, cheats on her all the time, gets back with her. Her family has like super high expectations of her. But she has like a calling towards the losers. So it's the guys that are not popular. They all hang out together. They're, I don't even know how to explain it without kind of giving a lot of it away, but they're the losers of the town. They're kind of looked down upon, and they have tattoos, and they have gauges in their ears, and they color their hair.
How dare they?
Like,
the wrong side of the tracks.
One of them came out to their family as bisexual. And like they're looked down upon in this small ass town. And it's kind of her. So she, so in high school, something happens. She ended up kissing one of the losers to make her boyfriend angry. It worked. She really liked it. And then you pop out.
Surprise.
She went to college. I can't remember if she dropped out, blah, 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 but she's back in town. And they run a mechanic shop, and they're saving up money to leave. She never wanted to come back to this town. She gets into some bad shit with the old friends, and essentially owes the losers. So she becomes I think they call her their fuck toy. But it's kind of like, it's something that she owes them. And that book kind of plays out through what kind of goes through with that. Part 2, I actually have zero idea what this is going to go over. But every action has consequences. I made one foolish mistake and ended up with a debt I had only one way to pay. By bowing my head and submitting to the men I swore I hated. But in their dominance, I found catharsis. In the darkness we share, parts of myself were brought to the light. I've been wearing a mask for far too long. Now I'm torn between the future I thought I wanted and a life I once believed was only fantasy. These feelings between us were never just a game. What am I willing to sacrifice? My pride and carefully laid plans, my determination that I can do it all alone, or my newfound freedom to live without boundaries with the men who turned my world on its head? How much am I willing to give up? Who am I willing to lose?
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think this one is more about her coming out, the fact that she is with them in the fallout of all that comes with that.
Nice. Is it only 2 books in the entire thing?
Yep. It's called The Losers Duet. This is the last one. There is a novella for the first part because there was this thing called The Dare. And it was essentially them bringing her into their world. Because you have 4 guys, and they sword cross. So you get a lot of them too. It's been a minute since I've read part 1, but you have like the sweet one that's like gonna hang you from the ceiling. You have the one that is like the first one that fell in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the angry one. And then you have the shy one.
Mm-hmm.
And they all just love each other. They live together. Like, they are with each other.
Yeah.
And it's how she fits into all of that.
Nice.
So I think this is my favorite.
Why choose
so far.
Nice. The last one on my TBR, because I had the 4 other books and those 2.
Mm-hmm.
So my 7th one is another book by K.M. Morinova. It's called Leave Me Behind. The whole reason why I added this to my TBR was I was scrolling on TikTok, and my sister sent me this little snippet. And the first is like a picture of a girl, the girl on the cover of Leave Me Behind. She's like decked out in like all black. And she has like things under her eyes, and she's pointing her fingers like a gun. And you can't see the edge of the picture. And she goes, I'm sorry I tried to kill you. And then you swipe over, and it's the guy pointing his 2 fingers at her like it's a gun. And they're like straight at each other. And he goes, it's okay, baby. I forgive you. And it's like a dark military romance of they like absolutely hate each other.
Did you read what it was about?
I'm going to read it right now.
Okay.
So, Nell Gallows is the sole survivor of an elite Dark Forces squad, Riot, after a detrimental attack 2 years ago. Unsurprisingly, she's being put up as a top candidate for the Special Ops Malum, the squad that goes where no one else can or will. There's only one Malum blames.
There's only one problem. Malum blames their one casualty from the Patagonia mission on the riot squad. So what is she to do when she finds herself on a plane to California and on her way to a sure death sentence? A one-night stand.
Mm-hmm.
At least, that's all it was supposed to be. One last night to be free. Only she finds out too late that the dark and mysterious man she solely wanted as a fling is not only her new comrade, but also the one she dreaded meeting most. Her immediate, superior, and untouchable devil in the field, Bones. He's hell on earth, cruel and unforgiving, but most of all, he hates her, and he makes sure she knows it. And yet, she finds herself unwilling to leave his side when he's unable to get to the evac point when the mission goes awry. She stays behind with the devil and the secrets he keeps. They only have one another to trust when no faith is lost.
It sounds so good.
No faith is left. Whoops. It does sound really good. And I told my husband to put this on my Christmas list because I really want it and I want to read it.
That is my only contemporary romance one.
Look at you. I have 2 more. Well, I guess 5 more.
It just sounds so good. It's
It does sound
enemies
really
to
good.
lovers.
It does sound really good.
Enemies to lovers, dark romance.
It's probably going to be on my January TBR.
But yeah, those 2 pictures of them being like, sorry, I tried to kill you. And he's like, it's okay, baby. And he's also pointing a gun at her head. It's like, I want to read
Okay. So I have 2 more. Because Allison did so she's got 3 books of Darkmoor and 2 of.
2 and then, yeah.
So my next one is a little cute Christmas one. It is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I don't know if you've looked at anything I've read before. I really enjoy Tessa Bailey. I've read a lot of her different series. And I'm just excited to read this one. This is literally just like a cute little...
It sounds really cute.
Window shopping. So 2 weeks before Christmas and all through Manhattan, shop windows are decorated in red and green satin. Why did that rhyme? Why did it sound like I was singing a
song.
Christmas song?
Yeah.
Stella is standing alone outside a famous department store when a charming man asks her opinion on the decor. It's a tragedy in tinsel, she says, unable to lie. Then he asks for a better idea, with a twinkle in his eye. She didn't know he owned the place when he put her on the spot, and now she's working for that man, trying to ignore that he's hot. It rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
She did that on purpose.
Yeah. It's like, all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. That type of Christmas rhyme.
I was trying so hard not to read it like that. But as a down-on-her-luck girl with a difficult past, Stella knows how to make a good opportunity last. So she gives it her all, working without stopping, trying to resist temptation because she's just window shopping. So yeah, this is my one little cute romance. I figured I would put one of these in here because I'm not good with a lot. So when you get 900-page books that are just huge, I like to read something cute in between them.
Yeah.
So this is my cute one for the month. The next one is my last Why Choose. the Whitsick series. So I think Find Me is the first one. Let me see if I can.
They have clocks on them to tell you which ones are which.
Yeah, this is the first one.
Super cute special editions from Fake
Yeah, I've got the Fake Crate special editions. I'm eyeing the Mystic Box special editions too. I'm waiting to see
what they look like.
I'm gonna read these, and if I like them,
We'll see.
maybe I'll get the Whitsick Mystic ones too. Anyway, 1 year ago, my family is gone. My parents, my twin sister, all of them murdered by the man who has stalked me for years. He nearly killed me too. But I got away, and he's still out there, searching for me. He won't find me. At least, I hope not, thanks to Whitsick. I've been given a new life with a new identity. The present. My uncle, my only living relative, has helped me glue myself back together and given me the tools I'll need to survive. I'm not fixed, and my grief is heavy, but I'm at a point where I can put one foot in front of the other to try to move on. I know my future will be hard and lonely. I must stay strong and focus on the good. I'm getting a second chance at life. I am safe. My new home is beautiful. The 4 brothers who live next door are even more so. Little do I know that Colt, Creed, Keelan, and Knox will soon become my everything. It's as if my lonely heart screamed out for someone good to find me. 4 answered back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is Find Me, the first book. I'm going to try to read all 4. They're smaller, so I should be able to get through these pretty easy. But yeah, it's 3 wide chooses because I'm going to finish Bonds, Losers, and then this one.
No.
So you'll see a rank video coming out soon from me
Of the different wide chooses.
with the different wide chooses and the best ones that I think are really good. I think for wide chooses for me, it's just I love having the different POVs. I love that it's like
the different POVs are clutch.
I just really like going through everybody and seeing how everybody feels. And when there's like more people, I just enjoy it more, I think. But yeah, so this is my last. It's Find Me, Save Me, Love Me, Free Me. I'm going to read all these. And yeah, so that is our TBR for December.
Actually,
Ooh.
we technically have one more because we are listening to books together.
Oh, yeah.
So we listened to the first book in Twisted Love.
Yeah. Yeah, we listened to Twisted Love.
And then the second book we're going to listen to. So we'll probably end up listening to that in December.
Yeah, Twisted Games.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at.
With
I was like, what's
the Princess and the Bodyguard. So
is that the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm excited.
But yeah, so that's one that we like to go on car rides, and we'll sit in the car and listen to this one. So
Giggle.
I'm really excited about that one too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another contemporary romance for you.
I know.
I am like 95% contemporary romance.
Yeah.
And you 1%. But yeah, so those are our TBRs. Keep a lookout for if we do some reviews about them.
Mm-hmm.
Non-spoiler, of course. So if you want to read them, they'll be out there.
Yep.
And yeah, what are you guys reading in December? I cannot wait to find out and see. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Guys. Bye.
When you look my way, it gave me shivers.